All right, welcome back to the 10-minute agility ladder in the transverse plane, which just means with rotation. How's it going? My name is Omar. We're here at Functionalcorefitness, and we're talking the agility ladder. Now, what is the agility ladder? It is a ladder that's on the floor that we use it for footwork. And footwork just means the brain, the communication to the brain and to the feet. How well do they communicate? And how well can you balance in those different movements? Who uses the agility ladder? Anyone can use it, from the athlete to the non-athlete, from grandma to mom to son to daughter. Anyone is eligible to use the ladder, and it's great for coordination, also known as communication from the brain to the feet. So today we're going to focus on the transverse plane. Again, like I said, it is with rotation. If you haven't checked out the last two videos in the video series, we did the agility ladder in the sagittal plane, which just means front to back. We also did one in the frontal plane, which means side to side. And today, the final video of the series is the transverse plane for beginners. All right, let's do it. All right, let's begin with the transverse plane movements down the ladder. Again, the first lap, there and back, I'm going to be doing it nice and slow, talking to the camera. And then on the second lap, I'll add a little bit more speed just to do the movement without any narration. All right, so I'm going to face the camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the ladder sideways, and I'm taking a front crossover step. Step, crossover step. Side, crossover step, side, crossover step, side, crossover step. Make sure when you're doing your movements that you are always pumping your arms. Perfect, that is number one. Now the second one is going to be almost the exact same motion, but now we're adding a back crossover step, and they call this a karaoke, sorry. So it's crossover step, side, back crossover step, side step, front crossover step, side step. And more importantly, when you do this, make sure that your feet go in each box and you rotate the hips. Boom. The next one, now we're going to stand outside the ladder, and the outside leg is crossing over into the box, and then I'm stepping 2 feet out. Outside leg crosses over, step, step, cross, step, step, cross, step, step. Now, on this one, let's emphasize the rotation of the hips. The first pattern was a side step, crossover step, but we didn't rotate the hips as much. So on this one, really focus on rotating your hips as you cross over. All right, the next one is going to be the exact same thing, but now we're doing a back crossover step. So the outside leg still crosses over. Excuse me, I'm going backwards. Backward step, crossover, step, step, cross. Make sure you go through each box. Again, rotate your hips and emphasize the rotation of the hips. All right, here we go. A little bit of speed. All right. Now for the fifth and final one, we're going to be on the outside of the ladder. And we are doing a marching step. So I'm always going left, right, right. And the pattern is in, out, in. In, out, in. Leading with the leg of the direction that I'm headed. So since I'm going to my left, I'm going to lead with the left leg. And then when I go to my right, I would lead to my right. Now, we want to make sure that whichever foot is inside the ladder, that the opposite arm is in front. So if my right leg is in the box, my left arm is going to be up. Now, what makes this the transverse is I want to rotate my hips. I don't want to just step in forward and back. I'm rotating the hips. That's what makes this exercise challenging, or this pattern. Now with a little bit of speed. And you can hear the sounds should be very consistent throughout. Woo! There we go. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the ladder series in all three planes of motion for beginners. Sometime in the future, we'll do the intermediate and advanced. What you can do is get different patterns from each of the video and make one 10-minute circuit that challenges all three planes of motion. Good luck, and we'll see you